All right. The Geeky Fam Network is here. We just got back from watching Avengers Endgame at the movies as a family.
Lord.
And now we're going to have a spoiler-free, or at least attempt a spoiler-free conversation about the movie. We'll also have a conversation full of spoilers that we'll share after this. But for right now, let's see if we can talk about what we thought of the movie without giving away too much. Okay?
How are you supposed to do that?
It can be done. People do it all the time.
Man.
You can do it.
All right. If you say so, let's give it a try, though. 'Cause I'm sitting there right now like, I can't, but then I, and then
Well, let me try to start. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you start.
Let me start with the expectations I had going in.
Okay. That's fair.
So I'd have seen the previous Avenger movies, as well as I think I saw pretty much all of the movies that were, I guess, in this, what are we calling this? This phase? This round
phase
of
one.
movies?
Yeah,
This
phase one. I think we saw everything but Thor 1 and the first Captain America.
Okay, yeah.
The only ones you didn't see.
I got the feeling we're not.
Yeah, and I was impressed.
A whole lot. So.
Yeah, because before these movies, I never particularly cared for either one of those characters.
Right.
Growing up reading Marvel comic books, I still never cared for Captain America. I never really cared for Thor whatsoever. So when they had their movies, I'm like, I was impressed. And I got the gist for other.
I think we got the gist, and from what I understand, there wasn't anything story-wise that impacted, Endgame, Infinity War, Civil War. So I don't think that there was anything really that we're missing. The movies that we did saw gave us the backstory that was needed in order to have the build-up, the anticipation that was needed to appreciate this movie.
Yeah. So, and if you've seen other movies, you were able to piece together anything you missed from those few movies at that. So whatever, I'm good.
Now, I don't know. Do you think that if someone hadn't seen any of the other movies, would should they bother? Oh, you looking at me like, why would somebody?
Why would somebody not have seen?
It could happen.
Oh, hell no. If you haven't seen any other movie, you just sit your ass down somewhere and just get back under that rock that you've been under for these last 11 years or whatever, and eat a worm and some beetles or something. But get the hell out of my face with that nonsense. I don't even want to think about anybody who hasn't seen these movies.
All right, fair enough. Look,
now I'm mad.
Forget I said anything.
Yeah, now I'm mad.
I've been anticipating
how
they were going to wrap up this story.
Yes, because Infinity War left you in your feelings,
all in my feelings, and I, just had a big question mark over my head, like, how are they going to fix this?
You handled it way better than me, because I was like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do?
Well, I know a lot of people were broken up, and and I was kind of hurt, but I wasn't terribly hurt because I knew that they were going to have to come back and fix it somehow. I knew it was, the situation couldn't be permanent. It just couldn't.
Knowing that they're going to fix it, I was still devastated.
So that made it, I mean, it felt less, I don't know. It didn't have as much of an impact on me because I knew that it wasn't a permanent situation.
Fair enough.
But still, after, I don't know what it was, but for some reason, the second Ant-Man and seeing Captain Marvel, which was a surprise, actually kind of got me hyped up.
Yeah, it really did. It got me really hyped. It really did. Of all movies, you would think, but those two really got me hyped for Endgame. But Endgame, talk about Endgame.
Okay. So the reason why I wanted to talk about my anticipation is because a lot of times when I come into a movie really hyped up, I'm often disappointed.
Oh yeah.
And I'm very pleased to say that Endgame did not let me down.
Whatsoever.
Not at all.
Yeah, no, I was expecting, I'm expecting this to be good, but to be great. And I really, really felt that Endgame was a great ending to the story that spanned all these movies. Because you know me, and people who know me know that if your ending is whack, I hate the entire thing. Like, I don't care. Your movie, your book, your video game, any media. If your ending is whack, if your ending is not worth the journey, I don't like the whole production. Your ending is bad, the whole product is bad, in my opinion. I will throw out everything good and only concentrate on the fact that you let me down. Avengers Endgame did not let me down whatsoever. It was a great end to the whole saga to bring the first phase at the end to a close. And I mean, it was a great ending of a movie and just an 11 movie series or whatever. I mean, 11 years?
Well, 11 years of stories that kind of
How do you close that up? How do you close that up so well?
Right.
So shout out to the Russo brothers, because man, y'all did the damn thing closing that up.
Not only is it an impressive way to close out this 11-year story, or this overarching story, right? It went across all of these movies for all these years, but it also very nicely wrapped up some character arcs without me saying too much as well. You know what I mean? I'm talking about it, saying there was some character arcs. You know, there was some character development. There was some growth. There was some, I don't know, some spiritual, mental, emotional peace. For some characters. I mean, it was great. So it finished the story. Mm-hmm. It finished some arcs for some characters. Yet at the same time, there was so much room there for more stories to tell. You can tell, but with a fresh perspective.
It's starting. You can tell. Yes, it's starting some new legacies.
Right. The end of this chapter, but it felt like the beginning. Of another.
It's like we're closing this door, but you want to walk through the next one with us. It was like we took you on this journey. And you know, if it wasn't 11 years or 11 movies, you know, there's some jerk out there right now talking about them. Well, actually, it wasn't really 11 years. It was 10.5. Well,
we're not trying to be accurate. You know what we mean.
You know what the hell we're talking about.
You know what we're trying to say.
So stinking ass. So, but yeah, you're right. I love the way a lot of these legacies close, and you felt really good at that closure. You were sad at some closures, and then
I shed some tears.
Yeah, and then. But there are some legacies that are changing going forward that you're really looking forward to also. So, man, just real shout out to Marvel on this movie and the Rooster brothers. I mean, because it started off like, you thought, I was thinking, okay, we're going to get in there. We're going to get a little ramp up. No, man, it's like they kicked in the door like, come on, we got to go. Come on, get in the car right now. We got to go. They didn't ask you to get your coat. They asked you to get your keys.
No, they did.
They didn't let you put your shoes on. They came in like, come on, get in the car.
It started off, you know, at a nice, cool, calm pace. You know, you started off the way that you expected. You know, people feeling
slight recap.
The hero. There was a slight recap, very slight recap. You could see how the heroes were feeling. You could tell you could tell how they were feeling, and I like that. They felt kind of very human, right? Yeah. Beat down because, like they should have, they got beat down in the last movie.
Ooh, yeah. But when they were ready to put their foot on the gas, though,
put the foot on the pedal,
it was like, ooh,
the pedal to the metal, or whatever you
I was like, slow down.
No, it was good.
When it picked up, it didn't stop. Like, I'm not, and the thing is, they said it was 3 hours and something. I did not notice 3 hours. I did not notice 3 hours.
It did not feel like, are you sure it was 3 hours? I have to go back and look at what time we got in and get out.
I did not notice 3 hours, but when the action really started, and the people who've seen it know what I'm talking about, but at like the last act, whatever, when the action really started, it just did not stop. I'm not sure I took a breath in like that last hour or something, boy.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned, though, that it did not feel like 3 hours. I honestly felt like it almost could have used another 30 minutes or so, because there was so much going on and there were so many characters. You know, I felt like some of my favorite characters did not get much screen time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, there was some key characters that didn't get a chance to have a single line, and that's a little disappointing. But considering what all was going on, and you know,
and that it was an Avengers movie technically,
I mean, fair enough.
But I didn't want more from some characters, but I mean, it was a lot. I mean, it's everybody since the beginning. So that was, but it was well done. Like I said, I was really I was afraid that it wouldn't live up to the hype that we built up over all these years in the story, but no, man, they did it. I was more than impressed with how it all went down. So.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Oh my God, I don't think we spoiled anything.
I don't think we spoiled anything. See, and we were able to do it. And look at that. And you didn't have faith in us.
I didn't have faith in me, boy, because I was ready to just say every damn thing.
Well, that's the next discussion.
Oh yeah.
Save it for the next discussion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So bottom line, great movie.
Yeah.
Make sure you go see it. We took our children, a preteen and a teen.
Yeah.
They loved it. I give it. If I was giving it a grade, I'd give it an A, a solid A.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
You?
I give it a B.
You give it a B?
For that one thing I hate. The one thing I hate.
Oh, Lord. You can't say it, though. You can't say it because that's kind of
That's going to be the next video.
You can't say it.
I can't say it. But that's the only thing that gave it a B+. All right? I give it a B+.
Fair enough.
But that one part.
Not even an A-?
I really hate that element.
There's not a lot different between an A- and a B+.
Except my level of hatred.
There's no hate in the grade. All right, check us out in our next video where we go into more details, and there'll be spoilers.
A whole lot of them.
All right.
All right, later.